It's Derek Depker here with a review of Timothy Ferriss's 4 Hour Body. And I want to start out by saying that I think this is an excellent book. It's a great resource for anyone into health and fitness, whether you're an experienced health and fitness enthusiast or a beginner. I highly recommend this book. I think it's filled with tons of great tips. Briefly, the book, if you don't already know, it covers a lot of different topics relating to fitness, mostly exercise related. He does talk about diet, the slow carb diet, supplementation, overcoming injuries, but a lot of it is based around burning fat, building muscle, and getting stronger. This book is filled with great tips and things to implement, but it's not meant to be taken too much to the extent that a person can get their dream body in very little time or very little effort. That's how some people can interpret it. And I don't even think that's what Tim promotes. What Tim promotes, and this is, I think, a very important message, he talks about this at the beginning of the book, it's the minimalist approach. It's about doing the least amount of effort to get the most results. So, it's true that a person, if they only have an hour a week to work out, they might not get the same results that a person that has 3 hours a week to work out are going to get. But that's not the point. The point is, how can a person maximize the results that they get? And it's important to understand that with the programs offered in here, whether it's the kettlebell swing stuff, whether it's the high intensity weight training, all these things are incredibly demanding. I would actually say that a lot of beginners would not be able to handle really doing the full out effort that's recommended in here until their body adapts to it. That's not to say there's not good information in here for beginners. It's just that realizing to get really good results in a short amount of time requires the ability to push the body really hard. So anyone looking to get this book thinking that they're just instantly going to lose a lot of weight, get in great shape, that's probably not the case. And I know there's a lot of marketing and hype around the book to make it seem that way. But I don't even think that's what Tim is intending by this. He's more or less, in my opinion, the way I interpret it, saying using these tips, whether it's with the diet or the exercise, it's the way to do the least amount of work to get the most amount of results. Be able to find this information out there, which can be done. A person can find this information, but to put it together in a book this thick and sell it for less than $20, that to me is what's worth it. It's not that everything in this book is going to be relevant to everyone or the best information out there. So when I see these 1-star reviews, it's kind of like I've read so many different books in health and fitness that I can't recall too many that have offered this much content and this much food for thought, even if I don't agree with something, just as a story, as reading through what he went through in his tests and his experiments or whatever, made it worth the money to me. This is absolutely a book that I love and recommend. It might not be for everyone, but I think it's a really great resource to have. I still haven't gone through the whole thing. I've gone through most of it, but there's so much information in here. I believe it's absolutely worth the purchase. That's just my opinion as a fitness author and blogger and everything out there. So take it for what it's worth, but Tim Ferriss's 4 Hour Body definitely gets my recommendation as a worthwhile read.